Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited to see you all on today. Happy Monday, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a hustler. Ask about me. If you got that hustler mentality, let me see you put some ones in the chat. Drop them dollar signs in the chat if you a hustler this Monday morning. It's money making Monday. Don't play no games. I'm a hustler. Where my real hustlers at? Drop some ones in the chat. Drop some dollar signs, some credit card symbol, bankroll symbols. Let's go. Happy Monday, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm coming to you with, let me turn my camera on. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you all. Happy Monday. Just like the song said, I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. Hey, ask about me. You just came through. If you a hustler, drop them dollar signs, them flying money signs, whatever. Drop your bankrolls in the chat. Drop them bankrolls in the chat. This for you. I'm a hustler. Hey, I'm a hustler. What? I'm a hustler. Good morning, everybody. Come on in the room. Come in the room. If you don't got your cup of coffee yet, get ready. If you ain't in a nice quiet spot, get ready because we about to go straight into some meditation, you all. We about to go straight into morning meditations and affirmations. So let me go ahead and cut the music short right there. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope y'all are feeling well. Hope y'all feeling rejuvenated. Hope y'all are feeling fired up for this new volume month that we just started, you all. We got a 4-week volume month, and then we about to head into the last 5-week volume month of the year, actually. So you all, today is, y'all know me, I like to meditate and things like that. So first thing, I have our affirmations that we're going to get ready and get into. And for our affirmations, you all, so that you can receive it your full self, I do recommend that you get in a quiet place. Get in a quiet place where you can control the, get in a quiet place. Just get in a quiet place. Repeat these affirmations to yourself. Read them to yourself. And then also while you're going through it, if you can close your eyes, I do highly recommend that you visualize each and everything that these affirmations say, because that visualization, it actually is like practice of us doing those physical things. Anytime that we visualize it, our body and our mind treats it as if we're actually practicing for it. So give me just a second, you all. I'm going to share my screen and we're going to hop right into this. I am wealthy affirmations for wealth.
Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways.
Hey Siri.
I move from the poverty thinking to the abundance thinking.
I've turned on your
I am worthy of making more money. I am open and receptive to all the wealth life offers me. I embrace new avenues of income. I welcome an unlimited source of income and wealth in my life. I release all negative energy over money. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. I use money to better my life and the lives of others. Wealth constantly flows into my life. My actions create constant prosperity. I am aligned with the energy of abundance. I constantly attract opportunities that create more money. My finances improve beyond my dreams. Money is the root of joy and comfort. Money and spirituality can coexist in harmony. Money and love can be friends. Money is my servant. I am the master of my wealth. I am able to handle large sums of money. I am at peace with having a lot of money. I can handle massive success with grace. Money expands my life's opportunities and experiences. Money creates positive impacts in my life. I am worthy of a wealthy life. Money comes to me in miraculous ways. The world is abundantly full of everything. There is no lack. If I perceive lack in my life, I am free to change that starting right now. I am free to replace my old programming concerning money with new, healthier thoughts. Money is everywhere in the world. The amount I have is not representative of how hard I work. Money can come from my job, from investments, from gifts, from almost anywhere. I do not need to work more to get more. I am willing to think differently about receiving money starting right now. I am deserving of abundance in my life. I am part of the universe, and I am willing to believe that the universe is infinite and abundant. I am willing to believe that I am infinite and abundant, just like the universe. I know I was created as a being of love, of hope, of charity, of goodness, and that I am a reflection of the divine. There is nothing in me that is undeserving of good. I am open to receive wealth in many ways. I was taught there is only one way to receive money and wealth in my life, and now I see there are multiple paths to wealth and abundance. I am willing to travel more than one path to increase the amount of money in my life. All good, all peaceful, and all equally valuable. I love my positive, happy, abundant life. I am the only person who is thinking in my mind right now. I can choose something different than I am experiencing right now, and while it might feel strange to think in a different way, I am certainly entitled to do that. The more I give, the more I receive. The more I receive, the more I give. I know everything evens out. Therefore, I am determined to send good into the world. That way, I know I am going to be getting good back into my life. Just because I send out a message of giving does not mean I am going to be getting back a message that I need to give even more. That is not how the universe operates. When I give, I get back, and then I have even more reasons to give more out. It is a beautiful and peaceful cycle that works with everyone in the world. Life is abundant, and I am safe. The world is as I see it, and I am willing to see it as a safe and beneficent place to live. Others are more than welcome to view the world as full of fear and lack. I simply choose to live the way I believe. If I choose to make my life focus on abundance, happiness, peace, cheerfulness, love, and plenty of every good thing to go around for everyone, then I will bring more and more of those things into my life. I feel rich. I love money. Money loves me. I attract money now. I am very happy and grateful that money comes to me in increasing quantities from many sources on a continuous basis. I am receiving money now. I have more than enough money. I am willing, ready, and able to receive money. I see abundance everywhere. I am a money magnet. I am grateful for what I already have and for all that I receive now. I have more than what I need. Money now comes to me from unexpected sources, and I am grateful. My income is growing higher and higher. I am a rich child of a loving universe. I have the power to attract money. I receive money happily now. Money flows to me easily. I am sensible with money and manage it wisely. I allow my income to constantly expand. and I always live in comfort and joy. I realize that money is essential for leading a good life, but that I should not make it the number one priority of life. The universe is the constant supplier of money for me, and I always have enough money to fulfill my needs. Whatever activities I perform make money for me, and I am always full of money. My bank balance is increasing every day, and I always have enough money for myself. Money and I are friends, and our friendship will never fall apart. I am a money magnet towards whom money is constantly attracted. Every day, I am attracting and saving more and more money. Money is an integral part of my life and is never away from me. I am debt-free, as money is constantly flowing into my life. My money consciousness is always increasing and keeping me surrounded by money. I have a positive money mindset. I am focused on becoming rich. Attracting money is easy. My bank account's worth is always growing. Money is good. Money is energy. I am fully supported in making money by doing what I love to do. Money comes to me through expected channels and unexpected channels. My income automatically rises higher and higher. I am open to the best things in life. My wallet is overflowing with money. Life is so easy. I welcome money into my life. I am open and ready to let money into my life. The money is in my life just as natural as eating, drinking, and sleeping. My pockets are full of money. My positive money thoughts are coming true. The universe always serves my highest interest. I can always get whatever I need. Financial success is mine. I accept it now. I love having money. There is enough for everyone. I attract money naturally. The more I contribute for others, the more money I make. The more I enjoy life, the more money I make. The universe constantly supplies money to me. I always have enough money to fulfill my needs. Money and I are friends. Money is flowing to me. Money flows easily into my life. I attract money to me, and I am attracted to money. I love money. I enjoy making money and strive to have fun in every aspect of my work. Whatever activities I perform make money for me. Money flows to me easily, frequently, and abundantly. I have the power to attract money. I place no limits on the amount of money I can make. I attract money naturally. My bank account is filled with money. I have an endless supply of cash. I attract money everywhere I go. I do have a source of financial flow. Today is the day of my amazing good fortune. I happily see every bill paid now. I joyfully see every obligation met now. I am boundless abundance in radiant expression. I am bountifully supplied with money. I accept all the joy and prosperity life has to offer. Financial success comes to me easily and effortlessly. My income exceeds my expenses. My grateful heart is a magnet that attracts more of everything that I desire. I am a money magnet, and prosperity of all kinds is drawn to me. Money flows to me from expected and unexpected sources. Today is a delightful day. Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways. I am fearless in letting money go out, knowing God is my immediate and endless supply. I spend money under direct inspiration wisely and fearlessly, knowing my supply is endless and immediate. My bank account is overflowing with money. An avalanche of money is coming my way. I am happily enjoying a lifestyle of luxury. I now live in a rich and loving universe. This is a rich universe, and there is plenty for all of us. I am now accumulating large sums of money. Money flows in my life. I always have more money coming in than going out. I am increasingly magnetic to money. I create money through joy, aliveness, and self-love. As I do what I love, money flows freely to me. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. My savings act as a magnet to draw more money. All the money I spend enriches society and comes back to me multiplied. All the money I spend and earn brings me joy. All my money is energy awaiting my command to create good in my life. All my money is working for me to increase my abundance, joy, and aliveness. My money is a source of good for myself and others. I feel good about all the money I spend. Money flows freely and abundantly into my life. A constant flow of money is coming to me from known and unknown sources. I feel good about money and deserve it in my life. I am thankful for the comfort and joy that money provides me. I release all my negative beliefs about money and invite wealth into my life. Money comes to me easily and effortlessly. Making money is good for me and for everyone in my life. My money is growing higher and higher now. Money is an important part of my life and is never away from me. I clearly see opportunities to effortless.
All right, all right. We are done with that portion of this morning's accountability call, the affirmation. So let me ask the questions. If you all feel a little more clear when it comes to income options and things like that, how do you all feel? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like some money issues that you have or some money thoughts that you have been resolved and you feel more empowered financially. Put a 1 in the chat. I want to make sure that this is helping. Because if this is not helping, I don't want to waste anyone's time or anything. Okay, I see some 1s coming in. And if you don't feel anything at all, put a 2. Just go ahead and be real. This is a place where you are safe to speak your mind. Never hold it in. This is the place to speak your mind. I see a lot of 1s coming through. Any 2s at all? 1s. It's okay to be a 2. Don't feel ashamed if you are a 2. That's okay. But if you are 1 and you feel like this is clearing out some blockages and it's allowing your financial abundance to flow freely, put a 1 in the chat. Okay, I see nothing but 1. So I'm glad that this is working, you all. Another thing, don't just rely on just this accountability call to do that. When you going to sleep, let this play while you sleep. As you're getting ready to fall out and get into your coma for the night, let this play while you sleep, you all. You will wake up feeling totally different. I promise you, it works for me a lot. I do it as many days as possible, if not all. The way you find this, you all go straight to YouTube and type, I am wealthy affirmations. I am wealthy affirmations. So you can either do I am affirmations, and those will bring up all the affirmations about I am positive, I am this, I am, you know what I'm saying? Or specifically, I am wealthy affirmations, you all. So those, you can find this on YouTube. And then I believe Nicole posted it in the groups before. I posted it in the group before. We can post it again, you all. But yeah, that's why I wanted to that's why I wanted to play this, because it does help release and it makes our mind think about money differently and things like that, because on average we'll think that we got to do this for money, we got to do this for money, but these affirmations help us unclear those blockages, you all. So next, I got a TED Talk video for us, and I think you all are going to like this title. I really give me just here we go right here. Let me switch that one out. Minimize. Let's do exit that one. And let's bring you right back on up. Here we go. All right, so now I'm about to get ready and share my screen. We're about to do a TED Talk, and I want you all to just listen to this TED Talk. So the title of this TED Talk is how to get your brain to focus. How to get your brain to focus. If you could use more focus today, put some ones in the chat. Put some ones in the chat if you can use more focus. So the saying goes, where your focus goes, your energy flows. How many of us heard E.T. say that? Eric Thomas said that a couple of times, where your focus goes, your energy flows, right? Whatever you focus on tends to grow. So our goal is to learn how to get our energy, how to channel our focus on the things that we want, because we're bombarded with 60,000 things per day. Do this, all these advertisements in our face, all these notifications that are on our phone when we're driving and things like that. On top of that, the things that we have to do to keep our life going and things like that. We got to respond to different people and things like that. We're so bombarded. And sometimes it's hard to stay focused on that one particular thing that we really want the most, because life is asking us to respond to this, to do that. And then by the time we're done at the end of the day, we got low energy and things like that. We just want to lay down and reset. So this is going to give us a little bit more on insight on how to focus our energy so that we can grow the things that we want to grow. Let me go ahead and hit play.
I began to observe something in my own behavior that made me a bit uncomfortable. And that was that from the moment that I woke up to the morning, to the end of the day, my life was a series of screens. I started the day with the thing that woke me up first thing in the morning, my phone. And so I sat there in bed watching various cooking videos on Instagram and bouncing around between a bunch of different applications. But then it was time to get out of bed and cook breakfast. And so the thing that I focused then on, in addition to the omelet in the pan, was the iPad that was right next to the oven. And then it was time to do some work. And so I went to a different screen, which was attached to another screen itself. All the while, this little devil on my wrist was tapping and beeping and blooping and distracting me as I was trying to get important stuff done. But there was one particular offender out of all of these different devices that I wasted more time on than anything else. That was this dastardly thing, my phone. I could spend hours on this thing every single day. And so I decided to essentially, for all intents and purposes, get rid of the thing for a month. As an experiment, I thought I'm gonna live on this thing for just 30 minutes every single day at a maximum. And so this is the amount of time I have for maps. This is the amount of time to call my mother. This is the amount of time that I have for everything that I could possibly want to do, to listen to music, to listen to podcasts. And I observed what happened during this time. It took about a week to adjust downward into a new lower level of stimulation. But once I did, I noticed that three curious things began to happen. First, my attention span grew. It was like I could focus on things, not effortlessly, but with much more ease than I could before this experiment started. In addition to this, though, as I was going about the world, and especially when my mind wandered a bit, I had more ideas that my mind arrived at. And on top of this, I had more plans and thoughts about the future. Getting rid of one simple device led to these three effects. Why? Noticing this a few years back led me on this long journey to get to the bottom of what it takes to focus in a world of distraction. I poured over hundreds of research papers from front to back. My office, I don't know if you've ever watched one of those crime shows where somebody's solving a murder, and so they have this big Bristol board and there's string attached to papers, attached to memos, attached to newspaper clippings. This is like what the state of my office was. I flew out to meet experts around the world who study focus. I conducted more experiments on myself until the point I had 25,000 words of research notes about why this is the case. How does technology influence our attention and our ability to focus? I want to start with the attention spans that we have. This is how we pay attention to the world around us and how much control we have over our focus. The research around this particular area is fascinating. It turns out that when we do work in front of a computer, especially when our phone is nearby, we focus on one thing for just 40 seconds before we switch to doing something else. And when we have things like Slack open as we're doing some work, this lowers to 35 seconds. But the reason that this is the case is not what we might think after looking at the research. We think the problem is that our brains are distracted. But after looking at the research, this is what I've come to know as a symptom for the deeper problem, which runs much more deeply. It's the root cause of this distraction. It's not that we're distracted, it's that our brains are overstimulated. It's that we crave distraction in the first place. Our brains love these tiny little nuggets of information and social media and email and these things that we do over the course of the day. There's even a mechanism in our mind called the novelty bias, by which our mind rewards us with a hit of dopamine, one of those wonderful pleasure chemicals, the same one that we get when we eat and order a whole medium pizza from Domino's, the same one that we get when we make love. We get that same stimulation when we check Facebook. We get this dopamine coursing through our mind. And so we not only crave distraction, but our mind rewards us for seeking out and finding distraction in the first place.
We are looking for talent. The hottest tech companies have hundreds of thousands of positions.
So this is the state of our minds today. We're at this hyper-stimulated state where we bounce around between these bunch of different objects of attention that are very, very stimulating for our mind. And so I thought, okay, if the phone had this impact on my attention span, what if I lowered how stimulated I was even more still? And so, this feeling that we experience when we go from being in a state of high stimulation into a state of low stimulation, it has a name. That name is called boredom. This restlessness that we feel when we have this super busy week and then we're lying on the couch on a Sunday afternoon thinking, all right, what am I doing now? So I put out a call to the readers of my website and I asked them, what is the most boring thing that you can think of doing? I'm gonna make myself bored for an hour a day for a month. And so I did some stuff that I still am upset about from my readers to this day. Day one, I read the iTunes terms and conditions for 1 hour. It's actually shorter and more readable than you might think. Day four, I waited on hold with Air Canada's baggage claims department. It's very easy. This is the trick. If you want to make yourself bored, don't call the reservations department, call the baggage claim people, because you're going to wait for hours if you ever get through it all. Day 19, I counted all the zeros that I could in the first 10,000 digits of pi. Day 24, I watched the clock. Tick, tick, for 1 hour. And 27 other activities this month. Jeez, I still think back. But curiously, I noticed the exact same effects as I did during the smartphone experiment. It took about a week for my mind to adjust downward into a newer, lower level of stimulation. And this maps curiously on top of research that shows that it takes our mind about 8 days to fully calm down and rest, like when we're on vacation as an example. Our vacations need to be longer than they are today. But I also noticed that my attention span expanded. I was able to focus even more effortlessly because I wasn't surrounded by fewer distractions, but my mind was so much less stimulated that it did not seek the distraction in the first place. But the fun part were these ideas and plans that struck me that didn't before. And the reason that this is the case is because my mind had a chance to wander more often. There's a great quote that I love that you might be familiar with from J.R.R. Tolkien, where he says that not all those who wander are lost. And the exact same thing is true, it turns out, with regard to our focus, with regard to our attention. If you think back to when your best, most brilliant ideas strike you, you're rarely focused on something. Maybe this morning you were taking a shower, or maybe some morning in the past, and then your mind had a chance to connect several of the constellations of ideas that were swirling around in your mind to create an idea that would never have materialized otherwise if you were focused on something else, on your phone, for example. This is a mode, especially when we do this deliberately, when we deliberately let our mind wander. I call this mode scatter focus. And the research shows that it lets our mind come up with ideas. It lets our mind plan because of where our mind wanders to. This is fascinating. It turns out that when we just let our attention rest, it goes to three main places. We think about the past, we think about the present, and we think about the future. But we think about the past less than we might think. Only about 12% of the time, and often the time we're recalling ideas in these thought-wandering episodes. But the present, which is a much more productive place to wander, we wander to think about the present 28% of the time. And so this is, it's something as simple as you're typing up an email and you can't find a way to phrase something because it's very delicate, maybe it's political. You go and walk to another room, you go to another room of the house, of the office, and the solution hits you because your mind had a chance to approach it and prod at that problem from different directions. But here's the thing. Our minds wander to think about the future more than the past and the present combined. Whenever our mind is wandering, we think about the future 48% of the time. This is why when we're taking a shower, we plan out our entire day.
Go ahead and take a screenshot of that if anyone finds this information valuable. If anyone finds this information valuable, definitely, matter of fact, let me take my own screenshot. Anybody find that information valuable, go ahead and take a screenshot on that. I know I definitely do. I'll post it in the chat.
Even though it hasn't started yet. Right? This is called our mind's prospective bias, and it occurs when our mind wanders. If you're good with math, or maths, I should say, not in Canada anymore, these numbers don't add up to 100s because the rest of the time our mind is dull, it's blank, or it doesn't have an idea inside of it that is rooted in time. But whatever it is for you that lets your mind wander, something that's simple, something that doesn't consume your full attention. Mine happens to be something that is not necessarily stereotypic of my age and gender demographic, but I love to knit. Knitting is one of my favorite hobbies. I knit in planes, I knit on trains, I knit in hotel rooms. I was knitting in the hotel room before this event today because it helps calm you down, it helps settle your nerves. And I come up with so many ideas when I knit. I have a notepad next to me. But whatever it is for you, it might be taking that extra long shower, it might be taking a bath, upgrading your shower to a bath so you can soak not just with your body, but with your ideas as well. Could be simple. If you're at work, walking from one room to another in the office. Very simple change, but if you don't use your phone during that walk, your mind will go to the meeting that you're about to attend. It'll go to the call that you were just on. It'll wander to the ideas that are circulating, and it'll make you more creative in this way. It could be something as simple as waiting in line and just, waiting in line. It could be getting a massage. Whatever it is that lets your mind, well, I love this picture so much. Whatever you love doing, here's a pro tip. Ask your masseuse to let you have a notepad in the session because ideas always come to you and you're always incubating things. And so capture them so you can act upon them later. But I think after doing this deep dive into the research, we need to make two fundamental shifts with regard to how we think about our attention. We think that we need to fit more in. You know, there's all this talk about hustling. I'm an anti-hustler. I'm one of the laziest people you'll ever meet, and I think that's what gives me so many ideas to talk and write about. We don't need to fit more in. We're doing enough. We're doing too much. We're doing so much that our mind never wanders anymore. It's sad. This is when our best ideas and plans come to us. We need more space. If you look at what allows traffic to move down a highway, what allows it to move forward isn't how fast cars are moving, as you might expect. It's how much space exists between the cars that allows traffic to move forward. Our work and our life are the same way. The second shift, we like to think of distraction as the enemy of focus. It is not. It is a symptom of why we find it difficult to focus, which is the fact that our mind is overstimulated. I have a challenge for you. It's a 2-week challenge, but it's a challenge to make your mind a bit less stimulated and simply notice what happens to your attention. How many ideas do you get? How does your focus change? How many plans do you make? So for 2 weeks, make your mind less stimulated. There are so many great features on phones, on devices that'll let us eliminate a lot of the time we waste on our devices. Use those features, not only to become aware of how you spend your time, but how you can spend less so you have more ideas. Have a disconnection ritual every evening. One of my favorite daily rituals, I disconnect from the internet completely from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. My fiance and I, we have a weekly disconnection ritual, a technology Sabbath every Sunday, so we can disconnect from the digital world and reconnect with the physical world, the real, actual world. Rediscover boredom. You don't have to do it for an hour. Please don't call Air Canada. It's just a world of hell. But rediscover boredom just for a few minutes. Lay on the couch and where does your mind go? And scatter your attention. You'll find some remarkably fruitful things in that attentional zone. If there's one thing that I have found to be true after doing this deep dive into this world on how we focus, it's that the state of our attention is what determines the state of our lives. If we're distracted in each moment, those moments of distraction and overstimulation build up and accumulate to create a life that feels more distracted and overwhelming, like we don't have a clear direction. But when we become less stimulated, when we make our mind more calm, we get the benefits of added productivity and focus and ideas and creativity, but we also live a better life because of it. Thank you so much.
All right. That's going to conclude that TED Talk video, you all. So, woo, I got a whole lot from that video. Like in just that 25 minutes, I personally got a whole lot. He talked about how our minds is always stimulated and things like that, how different alerts actually get like releases like dopamine in the brain. It's kind of equivalent to people getting high and things like that. And our brain is always seeking that chemical release and things like that. And it's like we're proactively looking to be distracted because our body wants to feel good. It wants to feel that release and things like that. So that video was huge to me. So first person, go ahead and unmute yourself and do the takeaways. And whatever you want to talk about the video, whether it was the affirmations, either or, just unmute yourself and take it away.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Terrell. I really appreciate the call, man. Really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to share with us. What you found was very important, and that's to focus more. I've definitely been there to where my focus and mine has been scattered and everywhere. So I can definitely understand that you're focusing you're somewhat focusing on the now. You're thinking about what you want to do later. You're thinking about what happened yesterday, and then may cause anxiety and all that. So I've definitely been there. So I've learned to definitely be in the now, but one thing that helped me personally is I stopped drinking and smoking weed. Now, people are like, oh, I just drink a beer or drink some wine. I feel like alcohol or any type of substance like that will definitely cloud your mind and slow you down from focusing on what's important. So I really like this video. It really made me think about some personal things that I've been through and where I'm at now. And so again, thank you, man.
Man, no problem, King. Thank you so much for coming on, being the first to speak on this morning. We finally got a king to go first, so thank you so much for setting a bar. Man, you're absolutely right. It's just a lot of different things that can come in and cloud our minds and things like that. A lot of stuff can cloud our minds and then put our decisions that we need to make in a back burner and things like that. So it's a lot of things, a lot of different activities. We may not be able to see the harm that is doing this right now at this present time, but 5 years down the road, it may be a tremendous amount of harm and things like that. And we'll end up with the question, how the hell did I get here? How the hell did I end up in the same situation? Looking down, feet still in the same place that they were 5 years later, 5 months later. Things like that. So thank you so much for sharing, King. Lakeisha McCaleb Sutherland, good morning, Queen. Happy Monday. Take it away.
Happy Monday. Forgive me, you guys, but oh man, just definitely got to give it back to you for just hosting this amazing accountability call. I look forward, every morning to get my morning started as well. He just kind of like said so much because we do get distracted. That's where I go with, I say about schedules, I don't check my emails or I don't go on Facebook. I set a time like, okay, in the morning time, I'm gonna go on Facebook, I'm gonna post, I'm gonna respond to people that I send text messages out, because I send text messages out at nighttime, you guys. So in the morning time, they can see it. So in the morning time, I'm waking up expecting to have some response from some of the text messages, the invites that I sent out the night before. But I try not to do it daily because all day is what I'm saying, because it can throw you off. Like you said, we are already busy with our daily schedule, our daily routines already, but we have to sometimes take our time to be able to think again and imagine again. This morning, I had to take out some time to kind of like woosah and tell myself, like, you can do this. I woke up this morning a little bit sleepless, but I was excited. I'm overwhelmed because I'm excited. I got so much good things that's going on in my life. So I'm excited. And I'm like, okay, Keisha, calm down. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do that. Because if you do not do what you need to do, nothing is going to get done. Or if you keep on thinking and overthinking, nothing is going to get done. Mm-hmm. So we have to make sure that we are putting the things that we need to do on paper so that we can train our mind to remind us. When I write things down, I always remember. When I do not write things down, I tend to forget. I forget it. If it's not written down, I'm going to forget it, but it does something when you write it down. It brings it to life, is what I'm saying. So that's that is what I've been focusing on. I'm excited about this 4-week value. I'm ready to go. I just got to calm down because I'm a little overexcited. So I got to calm down. I got to breathe. When I get done off this call, I'm going to take some time to disconnect from everything, get a book in front of me and just kind of like sit there. I might play some little melody music just so I can sit there and kind of like breathe, because this morning has been going. And I'm so overwhelmed. I'm so excited with overwhelmness of the greatness that's going on in my life. So I got to breathe. So after this call, I'm going to take some time to kind of like sit there in my quiet time and write down what my brain is thinking.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Thank you so much for sharing, Queen. I really appreciate it. You had said something, and in my mind, my thoughts got to going. And in my mind, I said, well, you know what? She just said it. It's crazy how we'll train a dog how to sit, how to shake, how to go to boo-boo outside and all of that stuff, don't pee in the house, when to eat and all of that stuff. We train a dog how to be a good dog, but we don't train ourselves how to be the best version of ourselves. We know how to train animals and stuff. We know how to train externally, but internally, it's a challenging stuff for this. It's like, how are we teaching external things, how to be good, how to be a good dog, how to be a good cat, a good child and stuff like that. But internally for ourselves, we're not training ourselves. We're not holding ourselves to the fire enough. We're not seeing the value in this enough, because the thing about it was, you all, I realized the way we do certain things, it makes a difference, because we training that dog because why? We don't want that dog to piss and boo-boo all in the house. We don't want the dog to tear up the house and stuff like that, right? At the same time, we're training ourselves so that we don't want our kids to be taught the same mess, because we know faith comes from hearing and things like that, right? Kids tend to do what they see and not what they're told and things like that. And so we're in a position right now, people are watching us and things like that. People are watching how to treat us. Our subconscious mind is watching how to treat us and things like that. And it just dawned on me. I'm like, wow, you know what? We put a lot of emphasis on training other stuff around us, but we don't put emphasis on training ourselves and stuff like that. Put a 1 in the chat if you have done a 7-day study on yourself. Like he said, he did it for 30 months just to study himself. Has anyone studied themselves recently so that we can move closer to mastering ourselves? Because it's definitely a self-mastery thing. We know how this human brain works and things like that. We understand that we're spiritual beings okay, that's what I'm saying, Alex Xavier. Kudos to you, King. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, you all. So all we gotta do is learn. Okay, yeah, I'm learning that, hold on, all of this other stuff is really stimulating my mind and stuff like that. But when it comes to working our business, what do we get excited about? What's going to keep us like, oh, okay, cool. What's going to keep us producing or going after that next customer or going after that next Alfred Henry? Excuse me, I said Alfred Henry. What's keeping us from going after the Mr. Alfred Nixon or Ashton Henry and things like that? What is stopping us and things like that? Because we don't stop when it's time for us to go after our goal of eating. We don't stop when it's time for us to go after our goal of pleasuring ourselves and things like that. My thing is, a lot of us, one of my mentors has said, we are what do you call it? Whatever the case, he said we more involved. We make sure that we go and pleasure ourselves, but we don't go pleasure ourselves financially. We don't go pleasure ourselves internally and things like that. But externally, we got that. We know how to go get distracted. Well, not distracted. We know how to go be overstimulate ourselves, because you know what? There's no such thing as distraction. We're going to cut that out of our vocabulary. We know how to overstimulate ourselves with other things and things like that. But when it comes to self-mastery, we don't want to spend time with ourselves. We don't want to spend time with ourselves. So that's something that we got to look at. Why don't I want to spend a lot of time with ourselves in order to achieve these things? Next queen got her hand raised. Good morning, Tambria Queen. Happy Monday. Take it away.
Good morning. Happy money making Monday. Thank you for hosting this call this morning. I want to give back to you for that first video affirmations, because honestly, I haven't given myself permission to accept large amounts of money. I had to pray about that, because I mean, the way I am, I felt like I'm not real responsible with it, because I won't spend. I don't like overspending. It will just sit there until I figure out what I want to do. So I really appreciate you for the affirmations call, first of all, because I have not given myself permission to be open to making I'm open, but I really haven't given myself permission, if you understand what I'm saying, to be open to be in charge of a lot of money. I'm I pinch. I don't move nothing. So people like, hey, can you hold this for me? Sure, you can when you want it back. Don't give it back to me until this time. Okay. So I'm one of those people, because I'm sitting here, I'm like, I ain't gonna do that. You know, I really just appreciate you for that. And second of all, in the video, he kind of like, it's what I do. Most of my great ideas about what I want to do for the day comes when I'm taking a shower. He's absolutely right. I don't write them down. I talk about them with my husband all the time, so I will do that. I will start implement writing them down to get them on paper, because I sit there and go like, what was I thinking that can help me? You know, and I find being me, it gets me more engagement than trying to be robotic, being me. So I just appreciate you for this call, but I definitely appreciate you for that morning affirmation call. This my time.
You are welcome, Queen. You are welcome. Yeah, I thank you for your transparency. She just said, like, yeah, I be having I be having conflictions going on within myself and things like that, because she's coming from a place where what she does with money, she keeps it, she holds on to it and things like that. It don't necessarily burn a hole in her pocket and things like this. So she's coming from a place of her mind is so used to, she got to hold on to what she has and stuff like that. So thank you so much, Tambria, for being transparent, because I know sometimes we'll get all of that money and we'll be like, damn, hold on, I'm scared. I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to fumble it and things like that. I don't want to do the wrong thing and things like that. And then sometimes those thoughts could block out what's on its way to us. Those thoughts may not be in alignment to our deep desires and things like that. So thank you, Tambria, for being all the way transparent and letting us know. And I'm definitely praying for, and I know that I'm going to be seeing you handle a lot of cash flow coming in and out. I speak into existence that you can handle several thousands of dollars monthly, weekly, hundreds of thousands of dollars monthly and weekly. You are the head and not the tail. You can handle it. You can handle someone else's. You can flip a bank account. You can create multiple bank accounts. You can put your money in multiple bank accounts and having them grow. Your money is getting ready to start to work for you, Tambria, Lakeisha, Lavelle, Alex Xavier, all of us. Our money is getting ready to work for us. More money conditions that aren't out there are getting ready to happen because we got in a position to receive it first, and we're getting ready to step into overflow. It's there already to us, y'all. It's just a couple things that we got to do to untangle it, y'all. If you believe that your money, if your biggest income blessing is getting ready to come, drop some ones in the chat. I want to make sure that I'm speaking to the right people. Do y'all want the biggest opportunities that are available to you to be released, to be poured onto you, to be spoken into you and through you? You all, it's getting ready to happen. We're just a couple people away. There's so many millionaires out here. We probably speak to them every single day, but we just don't know. They ain't said nothing. We ain't said nothing, whatever the case may be. Opportunities are here, you all. So I just want us to be in a place, in an environment large enough to receive it. We're in an environment where everything is so abundant to us. I want us to receive those mindset that everything is big, everything is possible, everything is happening right now. It's just on its way. It just takes time for certain things to come. But Tambria, thank you so much for sharing, Queen. Appreciate your transparency. Does anybody else want to take their share away? Maybe you don't have it. Maybe you didn't make the video. Maybe you wasn't listening to the video. Maybe something Tambria, Lakeisha, or Lavelle said had made you, it hit something on the inside of you. Is there anybody that's on this call that want to practice lifting their voice? Go ahead, Alex Xavier King. Unmute yourself. Take it away. Happy Monday.
Happy money making Monday, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm loving this call right now. I could say one thing I took away from this call this morning was when you had said taking time out to learn yourself, to understand yourself, right? That's what stood out to me, because like I used to never do that. I used to always be that person that try to help somebody else before helping my own self, right? I used to be there for everybody else, and always make sure everybody else was good before myself, right? Mm-hmm. And now I still do that, but not as much as I used to. You know, I'm learning to learn myself and understand myself, what makes me happy, what doesn't, what some stuff I like to eat, you know, treating myself some days and everything that, you know, will make me happy. You know, I'm learning myself and understanding like, okay, maybe it's not this, or maybe like, you know, you don't have to do this to understand other people or to make people happy. You know, it's all about you, you know. And one thing I learned is like, it's up to you to get you where you want to be in life. Nobody else can do that for you, you know? So that's one thing that stood out to me, and I appreciate you for bringing that up, because like that touched the inside, you know, like I understand it that. So thank you.
No problem, King. Thank you so much for sharing. When he just said something, a lot of us and I saw some people in the chat who related to what he just said. So what the image that popped up in my mind is I'm trying to help other people and I ain't helping myself. Is you pulling up to a gas station, you intend to be filled up, but everybody loves to see you. Hey, how you doing? Pump my gas for me. Okay, okay, cool. I don't got no gas money. Can you give me some gas? Before you know it, you done lend out all the gas money to everybody else, and you at the gas station still at the same spot, feet in the same position. Everybody, you gave out all of your gas money and your shit, your stuff still on E. Still on E. Yeah, we like to help people and things like that, but our speaking to existence is not going to be an expense of yourself. We are going to help people, but it's not going to be at our own expense, right? It's not going to be, I'm going to help you to my bank account is in the negative. Hell to the no. I speak against that. We're going to help people, and that because we're helping people, that's going to take our bank account. It should be taking us to a different level, right? It should be taking us up when we help people. If anybody is on this call and they're helping people and you feel like it's draining yourself, delete, erase, cease, and desist that activity that is not meant for you. Anytime that we help someone, it should be taking us and them to a new level. It should not be making us feeling left than. We should not be reflecting and like, dang, hold on, I keep giving the best of me away. I don't have nothing for myself. That right there, cease and desist. That is no longer transactionable. That transaction is declined. I speak it into existence before it happened. That's done with everybody on this call. There's a new level of you. There's a new level that you expect from yourself. It's something on the inside of you that's punching your own self in the stomach that said, no, I can't treat myself like this because I deserve more. Angelisa, good morning. Happy Money Making Monday. Take it away, Queen.
Good morning. Happy Monday to everybody.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Terrell, for this amazing opportunity. I was on this call from beginning to end, and like every single part is just like, it impacted my life so much in just a few minutes. The first one was obviously when we were meditating together. That was amazing. I was actually closing my eyes, repeating after him, looking crazy in my car, but not caring because I know that everything that we were saying and sending out to the world is coming right back. So that was awesome. And then listening to the gentleman talk about having like a scatterbrain. Like I have been working on myself, getting to know myself. I've been taking a break because my little one got sick, and then my other kids are like, Mom, we haven't been talking to you, you know, they're in Korea. So I'm like, okay, instead of focusing on all the problems, I was like, how do I make a good situation out of all this, right? So to me, I just saw it as ingredients for a whole brand new recipe. I was like, okay, I gotta reschedule my stuff. I gotta move things around. I gotta delete, you know, like you were talking about, what is it? Control, delete. That has been my motto like all week to figure out what to remove. And it's basically back to the basics. You were talking about walking a dog so that they don't boo-boo in the house. I was like, that sounds just like what I've been working on. You know, literally, I had to relearn how to be a mom to a 3-year-old because I was so used to having a squad that I didn't know how to function with just one. I wanted all 4 with me because we were a team. So I'm like, okay, it's just me and you. You're my little date for everything. You're the one that I'm going to pour, you know, certain things into. I'm going to do what I used to do when I used to homeschool, go back to the basics, get a routine. And it actually helped. I wanted to also implement something that Miss Sharana said to me. She was like, because we were listening to affirmations, and one of the things was you don't want your business to be a messy business. You want it to be like an order. But for me, I was like, well, shoot, everything at home was looking a hot mess. So I could just imagine why it was so hard for me to, you know, put out there something great in my business. So I'm like, man, I got to work on the inside out again. I got to do this again. Some new things are coming and shifting. So that's what I did. But listening to the gentleman talk about our scatterbrain and stuff, it was so good to hear him say that, focusing on one thing at a time, because we're stimulated.
Mhm.
That's so good because I was also thinking that yesterday too. I was like, I had gone to therapy because I had to come to therapy to ask her, like, what is it? Like this and this and this is going on. I feel like new things are coming in and I gotta let go of the old, but I want to be able to have functionality and everything and be successful and balanced. And she said, well, why don't you put your phone down? How long are you on your phone? Just like the gentleman said. And I was like, well, I work from my phone, like if you don't work, you don't eat, right? And she's like, yeah, but maybe you need to set a certain time and set the reminders and the settings on your phone to where you got to just get off, disconnect, so your brain can get a chance to kind of calm down. Because she was noticing that just in my talking, she could sense the anxiety. And I was like, well, because I want to be successful when I want to do this, and I am, but I'm also doing all these other things. She's like, no. She's like, you got to put your phone down. So I did that. And I started to realize, well, if I just did things different, like instead of going to the same coffee spot, I went to a different one. Instead of taking a certain route, I changed it. And my creative juices started flowing. Went to the library with my baby, got us a library card, like doing normal things off the phone. And it just, my daughter's behavior in school changed. My patience increased. My sleep schedule got stronger and better. My mind is sharper. And although I had those old expectations of you got to be on, hustling, on, I started to like lower that volume down and ask myself, what is it that you have to do for you today? And it felt like instead of time, I feel like I'm gonna cry, like having tears right now. Instead of time getting away from me, I gained so much time. It almost felt like it was 2:30 for too long. I was like, Lord, it feels like because I'm taking more time for me and putting you first, you're like stretching time. Now it's not like, oh my God, I only got 2 hours to do this. No, I had more time. And I'm so grateful for y'all, and I'm so grateful that I get to share this, and I'm so grateful that you took the time to prepare this for us, because it really is life-changing. And I don't know if you needed to hear that, but I'm just letting you know it's life-changing, and I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you.
Woo, Angelisa, thank you so much, Queen. When I tell you, you are a powerhouse, just waiting to be, you're an upcoming powerhouse. People are waiting for you. People need that energy, what you have on the inside of you. I've been watching you as you have been connected to your authentic self. I've been watching you as certain things have been aligning and things like this. So I'm waiting for you. I'm excited to see your growth and things like that. I know good things are happening to you, Queen. And really do appreciate that.
Thank you.
And you all, I just want to, she said something and it made me think, you all, we can get back to our creative selves and things like that, right? Where we're always in a version. And don't forget, you all, every single day that you wake up, you don't have to attach yourself to the identity you were yesterday. Every single day or every single moment that the sun comes up again, we have the opportunity to pick and choose who the hell we are. Who do we want to be for the day? And as long as that makes you happy, that's all that matters. You have the pen. You are your own Maya Angelou. You are the captain of your ship and a master of your soul, each and every one of us. So it looks like Lakeisha got her hands up. Queen, go ahead. Lakeisha, there you go.
I don't have anything else to say. Y'all just topped it all. She just closed it all for us. She just did it. So I don't even want to come back with nothing else to say, because I'm writing down stuff that she didn't say.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Okay.
But yes. This call has been everything. Like I said, I'm trying to stay humble. You are staying humble. You are staying humble. No, we're gonna take that word out of our vocabulary. No more trying. We either are or we not. You are remaining humble. That's what I'm telling you. It looked like somebody else had their hand. I am humble. I am remaining humble.
Yes, it looks like someone else had their hand raised for a second.
That was me.
Okay, go ahead, Tiffany. Go ahead, Queen. Take it away. Good morning. Happy Money Making Monday.
Happy Money Making Monday. For the record, I love that Money Making Monday. I love it. I wanted to say thank you for having this call, and a big shout out to my girl Sharonda, my sister. She put me onto this call, and she couldn't have done it at a better time, because your girl over here had her first panic attack ever in her life, because all I do is work. All I do is work. I've been working since I was 13 years old. I am 44 years old, and I've been working and working and working. And then I realized, like, he had made a point about what is it that, you know, helps you calm down. And for him, it was knitting. And for me, it's cartoons. So if I watch cartoons, my brain starts to bring out all the ideas. And I haven't watched my cartoons in years. And I said, you know what? I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch me some cartoons. So to piggyback off of what Angelisa was saying, I made myself a schedule through my cell phone. I put alarms on my cell phone that, for example, at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm doing 100 follow-ups. That's my 100 follow-up hour. Nothing else. After that, after 11 o'clock, I don't care where I'm at, I stop. And then at 12 o'clock, it says, Tiff, go sit down. You are enough. Enjoy your cartoons. See you in 2 hours.
Wow.
And that's what I've been starting to do. And because of doing that, now I came up with this bomb idea, and I'm getting ready to get it patented. I'm super excited, and y'all will see it everywhere because I'm already claiming it. It's going to be international. So
now
I just wanted to say thank you. I'm really excited about this. I love this call. The affirmations had me on point. I was just sitting there listening. I was taking it in. I absolutely love this energy. I'm so thankful for this alignment. Sharonda, if I've never told you, even though I do tell you, but if I don't tell you enough, I love you from the depths of my soul, girl. I appreciate you. And I could have not been more aligned with something that I am today, because I needed this more than y'all know. And I'm not going to cry. I'm going to get off of camera because I do not want y'all to see my ugly face. But thank you so much, Terrell. You are amazing. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much for sharing, Tiffany. We appreciate you coming on to the Dream Team Accountability Call. You are welcome to attend Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. We are always here and ready to have you. Thank you so much for sharing. We appreciate that. So you all, as we come to an end on this Monday, I just want to reiterate things. Don't forget, always affirm who you are. Affirm who you are before somebody else does. Affirm who you are. And sometimes to affirm who we are, we got to spend more time with ourselves. Spend more time with ourselves. Maybe you need to lower it down. Okay, yeah, I'm in too many groups today. Let me lower it down. You already know your regular game plan for the day. Maybe you need to quiet some notifications into a certain time for the day so that you can get yourself from being overly stimulated. Next, next we got different things that we can do to bring down that stimulation. Run these tests on ourselves before the doctor has to run a test on you. Do projects on yourself before you have to be on an examination table. Because if we don't master ourselves and learn ourselves, you all, we just out here. We just out here, just living in a world that somebody else created for us, as opposed to living in a world that we can create for our own selves. You all, each and every one of us has that amazing power within us. All we got to do is just apply ourselves, you all. So if anyone is on this call in DFW, I'm about to go ahead and get ready, and I will meet you all at the Omni in Las Colinas. So Casey, I'll be seeing you in a little bit. Sharonda, if you are available, I'd love to see you there. But other than that, you all, happy Monday. Let's go out and kill it. We know it's day 2 of the 5-week volume month. Let's get out here and do it. Let's go. Let's grow.
Let's go. Let's grow.
I really want to stop.
Let's go. Let's grow.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's grow.
Let's go. Let's grow.
Let's go. Let's grow.
Hey.